This is the day the Lord has made. Start it with this prayer. Before the world awakens and before the noise begins to fill the room, there's a quiet moment, a sacred space between night and day. In that stillness, something holy waits. It's not just the sunrise or the silence. It's the whisper of God inviting us to begin again. This is where it starts, not with rushing or scrolling, but with surrender. A bowed heart, a whispered thank you, a reaching up before we reach out. Too often we rush into our day like we're the ones holding the universe together. Alarm clock, coffee, emails, the hum of responsibility. And yet, before any of those things demand our attention, God is already here, waiting not for perfection, not for performance, but for presence. For us to say, Lord, before anything else, I choose you first. We don't begin the day with God because it's a Christian checklist item. We begin with Him because He is our breath, our strength, our anchor. He's the one who never sleeps, who has watched over us through the night, who knows every detail of the day we are about to walk into, and He wants to walk it with us. That's not just comforting, it's life-changing. So many of us are weary, not because life is too full, but because we're running on empty. We give and go and try and strive, but forget to connect to the one who gives us rest, even in movement. The morning is more than just a time to get ready, it's a time to get real. To stop pretending we've got it all figured out. To stop trying to carry things we were never meant to carry. And in that honesty, in that quiet confession, we find the strength we actually need. Talking to God first isn't just a habit, it's a declaration. A declaration that says, God, you're the source. You're my first thought, not my last resort. I give this day to you. I trust you with it. I trust you with me. It's in that place before the texts, before the to-do list, before the pressure, that we discover something sacred, communion, not religion, but relationship, not obligation, but intimacy. And that's what this is. A prayer, yes, but more than that, a pursuit, a seeking, a moment to realign everything inside us with the one who made us. So if your heart feels distracted, anxious, worn out, or just hungry for more, come with me. Let's begin this day the only way that really matters, by coming to the feet of Jesus. By saying, Lord, here I am. Thank you. Lead me. Father, as I open my eyes to this new day, the first thing I want to say is thank you. Before I think of all that needs to be done, before my mind runs off in 100 directions, I pause right here to acknowledge that you are the one who gave me this breath, this sunrise, this moment. You watched over me through the night, even as I slept, unaware and vulnerable. You were constant. You guarded me, kept me, and now you've brought me into the light of a brand new morning. I don't want to take that for granted. I don't want to wake up and go straight into my plans like I'm the center of the story. You are the center, Lord. And I'm just grateful to be here, to be part of your purpose, to be loved by you. Thank you for the little things that are actually big things. Air in my lungs, peace in my soul, the chance to begin again. Thank you that your mercies are new, not recycled or half-hearted, but fresh and overflowing. You're not tired of me. You don't wake up annoyed by me. You welcome me into this day with grace. There's something so holy about a heart that says thank you before it says anything else. It sets the tone. It shifts the atmosphere. So I choose gratitude. Even if I don't feel it fully, even if I'm waking up tired, burdened, or unsure, I still say thank you. Because you are good. Not sometimes. Not only when things go right, but always. Your goodness is not defined by my circumstances. It's who you are. And now, Lord, I come to you with all that this day will hold. I don't want to run ahead of you. I don't want to carry this day in my own strength, so I lay it down at your feet. Every meeting, Every task, every conversation, every unknown, I commit this day to you. Not just in words, but in full surrender. You know what I don't. You see what I can't, so I trust you more than I trust my plan. Whatever is on my calendar, you're already there. Whatever unexpected thing comes my way, you've already seen it. You are not surprised. You are not caught off guard. So I choose to walk with you, not just for you. I ask you to guide my steps, direct my thoughts, lead my decisions, be the filter through which I see everything today. Don't let me get ahead of you or lag behind. Keep me in step with your spirit. I ask you to interrupt me if you need to. Redirect me if I'm off course. Speak to me in the quiet, in the noise, in the routine. Let me be more aware of your presence than I am of the pressures around me. Let your voice be the loudest, your peace be the strongest, your love be the foundation I stand on. Lord, I know that today will have its challenges. Every day does. That's why I'm asking not just for peace, but for strength. Not just for comfort, but for courage. I don't want to walk into this day defenseless or distracted. I want to be armored in you. I want to be ready, not just physically, but spiritually. So I put on your armor, just as your word says. I fasten the belt of truth around my life. Remind me who I am in you. I put on the breastplate of righteousness, not my own perfection, but the covering of your grace. I place on my feet the readiness to carry your peace wherever I go. Let me be a calming presence in a world that's often anxious. I take up the shield of faith. Help me to trust even when it's hard, to believe even when it hurts. I wear the helmet of salvation. Guard my mind, my thoughts, my focus. And I take up the sword of the Spirit, which is your word. Speak it into my heart today. Bring it to mind when I need it. Let it be my weapon when lies come against me. Cover me, Lord. Cover my family, my home, my heart. Guard me from things I can't even see. Go before me in every room, every situation. Let nothing catch me off guard, because I know you are with me. If I face criticism, be my confidence. If I face temptation, be my escape. If I face pain, be my comfort. If I face uncertainty, be my anchor. You are my defender, my refuge, my constant, and I choose to trust you. Not because life is always easy, but because you are always faithful. So as I rise into this day, I rise with confidence, not in myself, but in you. I don't know what this day holds, but I know who holds me, and that's enough. Father, even as I thank you and ask for your strength, I know there's something deeper you're inviting me into today, a surrender of my will. It's easy to say, thy will be done, when things go the way I want. But when you call me to let go, when you redirect my path, when you close doors I wanted to walk through, that's when surrender becomes real. And that's the place I want to meet you in this morning, not just in the blessing, but in the letting go. Your son prayed it in the garden, words that echo through eternity. Not my will, but yours be done. That wasn't a gentle whisper. That was a cry through agony, a surrender in pain, a laying down of everything for the sake of obedience. And if he could say it, if he could yield even when it cost him everything, then surely I can learn to say it too. I want to trust that your will is better than mine. I want to believe that you see the full picture when I only see a piece. So here I am again, hands open, heart open. I give you my plans, my dreams, my fears, my assumptions. Take them, reorder them, replace them if you must. Help me not to cling to what I thought life would look like. Help me to love your way more than my comfort. If today brings change I didn't ask for, give me the grace to trust you. If today calls me to pause when I want to move, teach me patience. If today you ask me to do something I don't understand, remind me that obedience is not about explanation. It's about faith. You're not asking for my performance. You're asking for my yes. And I want to give it. even when I don't see the next step, even when it costs me something I thought I needed. Let your will be the filter through which I make every choice today. In my conversations, in my work, in my relationships, be the center, be the compass, be the final word. Don't let me be driven by fear, or pride, or urgency. Let me be led by peace. Let your spirit whisper louder than my emotions. Let your presence ground me when I start to drift. I want to walk so closely with you that I don't just do what's good, I do what's right, what's eternal, what pleases you. And Father, as I surrender my will, I also lay down my pride. It's so easy to think I know best, to think I've got things under control, but the truth is I don't. Without you, I'm just spinning wheels. So I humble myself before you today, not just in word, but in posture. I choose to come low so that you can be lifted high. Strip away the ego, the need to be seen, the desire to impress. Let me be content with being hidden in you. Let me serve without needing recognition. Let me love without expecting return. Give me a heart like Christ's, gentle, obedient, unshakably rooted in love. Make me more like him. I want to reflect Jesus in how I speak, how I think, how I respond. That only happens when I live surrendered. So prune me, correct me, shape me. Show me where pride still hides. Show me where I'm clinging to self, not so I can feel shame, but so I can walk in freedom. The kind of freedom that comes when nothing in me is competing with you. You've never asked me to be impressive, just surrendered, just available, just honest. So here I am, not perfect, not polished, but yours. And as I go out into this world today, help me to lead with love. Let love be more than a feeling or a word. It's the way I walk, the way I listen, the way I care. Let 1 Corinthians 13 come alive in me. Love that is patient, love that is kind, love that isn't proud or rude or self-seeking. That's the kind of love the world is starving for. That's the kind of love you poured out on. Help me to see people through your eyes, not my biases. Help me to respond with compassion instead of criticism. Help me to forgive quickly, to assume the best, to be slow to speak and quick to listen. Not because it's easy, but because it's holy, because it's who you are. Give me strength to love when I'm tired, to love when I'm misunderstood, to love even when it isn't returned. Let my love not depend on mood, convenience, or outcome, but on the unshakable truth that I am loved by you. That's the well I want to draw from. That's the source I want to drink from every moment of this day. Where there's bitterness, replace it with mercy. Where there's distance, bring reconciliation. Where there's fear, let love drive it out. I don't want to just talk about you, I want to live like you. I want to carry you into every space I walk into today. And the best way to do that is to love well. Not perfectly, but intentionally. With a heart that knows it's been forgiven much and is now free to forgive, free to give, free to Lord, as I go deeper into this day, I ask you to sharpen my senses, not just physically but spiritually. Give me eyes that see beyond the surface. Let me not miss what you're doing because I'm too focused on what's right in front of me. So often, I look, but I don't see. I hear, but I don't listen. I move through the motions and miss the moments you designed with intention. But not today, Lord. Not this morning. I'm asking you to open the eyes of my heart. Help me to see people, not just pass them. Help me to notice the one who's hurting behind the smile, the one who's drowning in silence. Let me look up from my own needs long enough to recognize someone else's. Give me ears that are tuned to your voice. The world will shout all kinds of things at me today. Fear, comparison, pressure, noise. But I want your whisper to be louder. I want your truth to cut through the clutter and call me higher. If there's someone I'm supposed to encourage, let me hear it. If there's someone I'm supposed to help, show me. If there's a moment you've placed in my path that seems small, help me to recognize that it's actually sacred. Remind me that interruptions are often invitations, opportunities to love, to serve, to pause, to reflect your heart in real time. Give me discernment, Lord. Let me sense what's happening beneath the surface. Let me walk into every space aware that you go before me. That this isn't just another normal day, it's a page in the story you're writing. And I want to live it with intention. I want to be fully present. I don't want to miss you. And in all of this, Lord, I ask you to anchor me in joy. Real joy. Not the kind that depends on everything going right. Not the kind that fades when plans fall apart. But the joy that comes from knowing you are with me, for me, and in control. The kind of joy that bubbles up from grace, that refuses to be shaken by bad news or anxious thoughts. The kind of joy that becomes my strength when I feel weak. I confess, sometimes I chase happiness instead. I look for comfort in things that don't last. I get discouraged when things don't go my way. But today, I choose joy. Not because everything feels good, but because you are good. You are constant. You are faithful. And that's enough. So when disappointments come, remind me of your faithfulness. When things take longer than I want, remind me that you're still working. When I feel weary, remind me that joy is not a result of ease, but a result of your presence. Let me carry joy like a light into dark places today. Let me speak with kindness, even when it's inconvenient. Let me smile, not because life is perfect, but because you are with me. Let my joy be a testimony, a quiet strength that draws people not to me, but to you. And finally, Lord, I ask you to give me purpose, not vague inspiration, but a specific, holy purpose for this day. Let me not drift through the hours mindlessly. Let me live them on mission. Remind me that wherever I go, I am your ambassador. Whether I'm at home, at work, in the grocery store, or on a phone call, this is all your ground, and I am your servant. Let my words carry your truth. Let my actions reflect your grace. Let me be bold when you call me to speak, and humble when you call me to listen. There are people you've placed in my path today for a reason. Don't let me miss the divine appointments you've arranged, whether it's someone I know or a stranger I'll never see again. Let me bring light, love, and truth into their world. I pray for courage, Lord. Courage to speak when it's uncomfortable. Courage to live differently. Courage to stand for what's right, even when it's not popular. Let me represent you well, not with arrogance, but with authenticity. Not with pressure, but with peace. You've called me to be salt and light, to be in the world but not of it. So help me to live that calling today. Not someday, but now. And when I get it wrong, and I will, remind me that your grace is still here. That I can begin again, even in the middle of the day. That you are not grading my performance, but transforming my heart. So I release the pressure. I release the need to be perfect. I simply ask you to be present and help me to stay present with you. This is the day you have made, Lord. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Not because it's easy, but because it's yours, and I am yours. So here we are, Father, at the end of this prayer, but only the beginning of this day. I've asked a lot. I've said a lot. But more than anything, I just want you. I want you more than I want clarity, more than I want answers, more than I want things to go my way. Because if I have you, I have everything I need. Help me to carry this moment with me, not leave it behind. Let this prayer become a posture, a rhythm, a daily return to the source. Let my morning conversation with you become the thread that holds the whole day together. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being near. Thank you for loving me as I am and calling me into more. And now I rise, not just from bed, but in spirit. I rise with gratitude. I rise with purpose. I rise with joy. I rise with you. In Jesus' name, amen.